The flu is hitting North Texas hard this season. It's taking a particularly tough toll on children. Children's Health is seeing double the number of cases compared with the peak flu numbers in the previous couple of years. Fox 4's Lori Brown is in Louisville tonight with the story. Lori.
Steve, both Children's Health and Cook Children's tell us that they're seeing far more children hospitalized with the flu compared with the last few years. And one family tells us that they are thankful they took their child's symptoms seriously.
It was horrible. It was horrifying being in the ambulance.
James Menard is an active, healthy 7-year-old.
I like to go fishing with my dad.
He's not asthmatic. He doesn't have any underlying lung conditions.
When James started feeling bad after school last week, his parents didn't think much about it.
He played all afternoon. This was last Tuesday. Went to bed like normal. And then he woke us up in the middle of the night. He was really struggling to breathe. You could see him really kind of sucking in around the collarbone and in the throat area.
Like I could breathe, but just not usual. Like the usual way I usually breathe.
James's dad, Steve, is thankful he listened to his instincts.
Like most parents, I was trying to decide, do I want to actually have a emergency room visit in the middle of the night? Is he going to get better? And he was struggling so much that we decided to bring him to the emergency room, and it was a good thing we did.
James needed to be transferred from Denton to Children's Health Plano.
His blood oxygen level was down in the low 80s, which is a pretty dangerous range for kids to be in. He was still really struggling to breathe. His body was actually kind of convulsing as he was trying to breathe. It was the toughest. Yeah. We did a lot of praying and got me.
The flu is taking a similar toll on a lot of kids this season, even ones like James, who had a flu shot.
And he was not the only one. The doctors told us when we were at the hospital there were at least 8 or 9 other kids just like him.
Numbers from the Texas Department of Health and Human Services tell the story. Take a look at how flu numbers, the blue line, have soared in recent weeks compared with COVID, the orange line, and RSV, the purple line.
So right now, at least according to what we're seeing, numbers are still climbing in terms of cases each week. So it's not for sure that we've reached the peak of the season just yet.
Children's Health saw 331 total cases the first week of January. That number more than tripled by the end of January with 1,100 cases.
And the doctors reassured me that when I brought him in, it was very critical that I did do that.
Except for a lingering cough, James has made a full recovery. What did he miss the most?
Mostly my sisters.
James had type A flu combined with a cold virus. His parents say they are thankful they all had the flu vaccine because they do believe that it helped shorten their time with the illness.